Okay, the first step we're going to talk about is safety. And remember, the temperatures of soldering copper pipe using MAP gas can reach up to 2400 degrees Fahrenheit. So wear some nice, these are cotton gloves. Do not use plastic gloves, of course, because they'll melt right to your hand. So nice pair of cotton gloves. Always safety glasses in any type of construction. Wear your safety glasses, and I always keep a rag because the flux gets hot that we use to prepare the fitting, and have a rag to wipe that. It's very hot, and if it touches your skin, you will be burned. Okay, we've covered safety. Next step is make sure you have all the materials and tools you'll need for the project. First thing you're going to need is some type of tubing cutter. This is a standard one. It ratchets, and then you finally fine-tune it at the end to cut. You need a pencil reamer. This is after you cut the pipe. You need to make sure the pipe is enlarged to the full bore. You need some type of crocus cloth to clean the outside of the pipe. You need a correct size fitting brush to the size of the fittings you have. These are 1/2 inch. This is a 1/2 inch fitting brush. Goes in tightly to clean the fitting. Instead of using the crocus cloth, you can also, with one of these brightening cloths, a lot easier to use. Either one is fine. And then as far as materials, you'll need a good flux to prepare the joint and pipe. You'll need lead-free solder. Definitely lead-free after flint. It's actually outlawed to have lead in your pipe, in your solder. Let's see, as far as drilling, I use a good clutch drill that if it hits a nail or something that's unforeseen, it'll kick off. You've got to have a good planter bit, a paddle bit like this, to the correct size. Make sure your bit size, when these are isolators that keep the pipe from rattling in the hole and prevent the pipe from touching the wood, which could create noise during expansion and contraction of the pipe. Make sure your drill bit matches it. This is 1 3/8 is the standard. This type of insulator requires 1 3/8 holes. So make sure you have the right size bit for your isolators. And then we have 2 types of torches. This one is the one that I always use. It's MAP gas. Most of you home enthusiasts may be using propane, which burns at a lower temperature and takes longer to execute the soldering process. So I recommend getting a turbo torch, a MAP gas type torch. It burns hotter, you'll get the job done, have much more control of what you're doing. Of course, before you start, also tools you want to have, in addition to what we've already talked about, is a good tape measure and a construction pencil so you can mark the wood before we drill it.
Home Improvement Camp. Have at it.